On July 20th, 2022, China released official data on the outbreak, with 200 new confirmed cases and 743 new asymptomatic infections. Looking at these government-trimmed numbers alone, the epidemic doesn't seem serious. But looking at the outbreak coverage, cases of infection have been found in 31 provinces, municipalities, and autonomous regions, plus the Xinjiang Production and Construction Corps, indicating a wave of infection that has infected almost every province in the entire mainland. This is rightfully the peak of a wave of infections. The morning market has been cancelled, with a large number of special police, fire trucks, and ambulances. Look at this armed force. It's enough to liberate Taiwan and Japan. Baishizhou in Shenzhen is the largest urban village in the city, i.e. a place where a lot of people from out of town gather and live. It was sealed off on July 8, 2022. 3 days after it was unsealed on July 18th, news came that it was going to be sealed off again, and many people tried to flee.
Run, run, run!
Unfortunately, these people were later made to return to their homes by the government, and some were taken away for quarantine. An analysis released on July 18th by Japanese investment bank Nomura showed that 41 cities in China are under a full or partial lockdown or region-based control, covering a population of 264 million, and these regions account for about 18.7% of China's economic activity. Several major cities, including Shanghai and Tianjin, are rolling out new mass testing as well as expanding areas of lockdown. This is Shanghai, and in the middle of the night, some people are trying to escape in their private cars or taxis. If one doesn't escape at night, when it's dawn, people will start to face the so-called dabai, that is, the epidemic prevention personnel wearing the white protective suits, and the now common fencing used to cordon off areas. The two cities, Shanghai and Tianjin, have respective populations of more than 26 million and 13 million. They locked down millions of residents before, and now, with a new round of mass nucleic acid testing, it suggests the outbreak situation is getting worse. Everyone, it's 10:34 p.m. Look at how many people are lined up for nucleic acid testing and how long the lines are. Start here. Let's see. So many people at 11 o'clock at night are in line to do the test in order to have a certificate so they can work tomorrow. I would like to ask the officials, will you come out at 11 p.m., 12 a.m., and line up for the nucleic acid test? I suggest that every official, every leader, comes out at 12 a.m. to do the nucleic acid test and experience it. Really, I greet your ancestors of 18 generations on behalf of everyone. What do you leaders grow up with? All you think of every day is to come up with bizarre ways to make people suffer. You leaders are the kind of people who can't do anything right, but are number one in giving people hard times. In Lanzhou City, Gansu Province, a lockdown that started last week and has been imposed on 4 major areas of about 3 million residents has been extended until July 24th. In the central city of Zhumadian, the lockdown of millions of people in several towns under its jurisdiction has been extended again. The city of Chengdu has suspended various entertainment and cultural venues and extended restrictions in several areas. More and more cities are implementing lockdowns. Unlike many countries in the world, there are more than 10 variants of Omicron prevalent in mainland China. By contrast, in Canada, the seventh wave of the outbreak was dominated by the BA.5 variant of Omicron, and this BA.5 variant was preceded by BA.4, 2, 1, and other variants. In the US, the previous outbreak was also a variant of BA.2, but after viral iterations, 65% of the infections are now BA.5. It can be said that the outbreak in Canada is in sync with the US, but the situation in China is peculiar. On July 18th, the Chinese media China Business Network reported that since the first local case of the BA.5 variant was confirmed in Xi'an, northwest China, on July 6th, as many as 10 variant strains of the Omicron subtype have been reported in China in less than 2 weeks as of July 17th, 2022. An Indian species, BA.238, was found in northwestern Gansu province. Officials in the southwestern city of Chengdu issued a notice on the 18th saying that Omicron BA.2.12.1 was found there. At present, the source of the virus is unknown, and no homologous sequence has been found in the local epidemic database in mainland China. Shanghai, Tianjin, and Qingdao reported the variant of BA.5, 2, 1, etc. It can be said that the prevalent viruses found in different parts of the country are all different. Compared with other subvariants, the BA.4 and BA.5 Omicron subvariants indeed have higher transmissibility. First, research from some countries around the world have shown the basic reproduction number, or what people call RO, of the new subvariants are higher than that of other subvariants. In other words, people all over China may be infected with BA.2, followed by BA.5. In Gansu province, for example, BA.238 is now prevalent, and after 3 months of lockdown, most of the infected people have tested negative or recovered. Immediately after that, BA.5 came in again, and people who just finished being infected by the Indian variant may be infected by BA.5 and suffer once more. The world has seen that in the face of an inevitable epidemic, the Chinese Communist Party will stick to its so-called zero-COVID policy and intervene more frequently and more extensively, putting China at risk of more frequent lockdowns and mass testing. This means that the Chinese economy is at greater risk.
Now the stores are closed, and we can't afford the employees, rent, water, and electricity. We have problems surviving right now. I would like to ask when stores can reopen. When can you give us an answer? We are all store owners. You have locked the door of my store. You're great. You're wearing the government uniform. Are you doing things that are good for the country? I haven't made a dime from New Year's until now. Workers were recruited and then left, then recruited and left again.
This policy has also trapped China in a vicious cycle. That is, an increase in cases triggers business closures and economic stagnation. Once the number of cases drops, the government is eager to provide stimulus measures, which can lead to a rebound in activities by the public, which in turn may lead to a surge in new cases. This is despite the fact that insisting on the zero-COVID policy has proven to be unable to eliminate the virus and may actually prolong the outbreak. Imagine the 10+ variants in China are 10+ viruses battling it out in the human body. Will a more deadly variant arise from this? Apparently, for the CCP's top brass, these aren't their real concerns. Several individuals in Beijing recently reported that they were given electronic bracelets to monitor their signs during home quarantine after returning to Beijing from out of town, and they were required to wear them 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, even while bathing and recharging the device. A cell phone app was connected to automatically report data on body temperature for monitoring. A staff member of a neighborhood committee in Beijing said that the electronic bracelet is a recently implemented control measure, and its greatest benefit is that it can be located accurately.
Wear the bracelet. You have to wear it, and you have to make sure you connect to the app every day. The notice reads, please wear the device 24 hours a day for 7 days until the results of the most recent nucleic acid test are in. This is ridiculous. We feel more annoyed than you.
After the measure was questioned by the public, some communities recalled the electronic bracelets, and the Beijing Healthcare Commission denied having a policy on the matter. Several analysts see it as a test run by the CCP government. Caixin.com reported that the company that developed this electronic bracelet is Beijing Microchip Sensing Technology Company Limited. The multi-sign sensing device developed by the company was used in the 2022 Beijing Winter Olympics and Paralympics. The company hasn't responded to the matter so far. This company is a wholly state-owned scientific research company jointly funded and established by the Beijing Municipal Science and Technology Commission and the Haidian District Government. Tencent also has an equity stake in the company. Some analysts believe that the electronic bracelet implemented in Beijing is relying on government funding. If it's successful, it will be promoted nationwide, just like the vaccine drive, which is a lucrative venture with huge profits. Although the strict epidemic prevention policy has caused huge losses to China's economy, each faction of the CCP is getting what they want. As we previously reported, some members of Xi Jinping's think tank have shared their feedback that the industry of vaccination and anti-epidemic control has expanded and that the Communist Party's powerful clique of former party leader Jiang Zemin has made a huge fortune as a result. And for the current government, it has reached an unprecedented level of surveillance of the public through various epidemic prevention measures.